It's a little snowy today, but I got to get my bike over to Motorcycles of Manchester. Going to be doing some major service tomorrow, valve adjustment, oil change, tires, a bunch of little stuff that I've been putting off. So I had to wait till the snow melted. It's only 32 degrees, but the roads have all been well salted, so I'm not too worried about it. Parking lots, I had to wait till my driveway melted. I've got a lot of trees, and I put some salt down to melt what ice and snow is there, just so you can get a line, get out the driveway, down the street. And yeah, this is what it's like riding a motorcycle in New England. We're here today at Motorcycles of Manchester. We're going to do some maintenance on the Star Venture. I'm going to start with an oil change the tires out, check things over, do a valve, check the valves, see how they're doing. We've got 35,000 miles. Today's a nice snowy day, so it's a great day to get this done. And hopefully you'll learn a little bit more about how this bike is put together. So the first thing I'm doing is taking off the seat, whole bucket ugly under there, nice and filthy from my last few winter rides. So today we're doing an oil change. And the first thing you got to do is drain off, remove, there's 3 drain plugs. There's one for the oil tank back here, and then there's 2 under here for the engine. And then we also need to remove and replace the oil filter, which is right here. And we're going to replace that with a brand new Yamaha oil filter. And then you fill it up with oil. You got 2 places to fill it up, here in the crankcase, right here, and then also in the oil tank, which is up here. And check the oil, start it up, and that's really about it. Here we're putting 3 quarts of oil go into the oil tank, and then the rest, about 2.6, go into the hole in the crankcase. And we tighten up the crankcase plug and crankcase, the oil tank. This is the dipstick here, and of course we haven't started up the motor yet. We want to start it up before we... There's the dipstick. It's in. And you can see it's right at the full mark, so we're good to go. That's it. That's an oil change. Yamaha Star Venture. Basically, you remove these 6 hex bolts, and this slides right into the plastic piece. Easy as cake. Box. There's the cover. You can see here's the very simple air filter, and as you can see, it's pretty dirty, so we're going to replace it with a new one. Line it up so you know you're going in the right way. Bada bing, just goes in those grooves, and that's it. So now we've got the gas tank off, and we're going to adjust the valves next. We're going to take off the valve covers and get a measurement and see if there's any wear on the valves in the valve train. So that's the next step. We just get the gas tank off, and now we are going to pull off the valve covers and check, see what we're looking at as far as valves. Gas tank sits on these 2 pivots here. There's a fuel regulator, had to disconnect the vents, the lines going down to the secondary fuel pump, secondary fuel tank that has its own pump, and a couple of lines off of the vents off the tank, and that's about it. The valve cover off, and we are going to do, we're going to check the valves. Going to get up to top dead center in the rear cylinder first, and check the valves, adjust them, and that's about it. Where the adjustment is, basically these two valves are on the same rocker here, and just make sure that they're even, and then you just take the adjustment out here with a little lock nut adjuster and put everything back together. Then go ahead and do the front cylinder, number 2, put it all back together, and that's it. That's your valve check. So here we are, we're halfway done. We got the rear cylinder all set. Lots of parts everywhere. Starting to take apart the front cylinder here. Have to remove the airbox, and here's the throttle body. And now I've got to get in there and get those bolts off, and we'll be able to check the valves in the front. What's that?